A handoff, Fournette running left. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I get line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Ryan Succop for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And they work this out past the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Brady now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on. Now while their heads are down.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
First down motion to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Brady. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage or make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, he saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Brady's throw complete to Otten. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside give to Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Draw play. Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. from the 31. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And this time he is in. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved down from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop under 14 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. The final shot before half for Brady. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field, and he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw, and most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Quick slant to Brown. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A second down throw for Prescott. Dancing to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Prescott from the gun. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, There's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Neville Gallimore able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Brady. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. Touchdown! Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
Personal foul. Defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the